Whew. Hey y'all, hey, good afternoon, and welcome to the yard. And I was out here a little bit earlier. I did change the head to the fountain, so it runs a little bit better and it doesn't cause me to lose as much water as I was losing. I found that I was having to fill it up a lot more often, but this way it is a low head on there, so it gives that trickle effect, and that's going to make the water last a lot longer than it has been. And of course, I uncovered the beds today just to let the pollinators come and do their business, and I will close them back up. I did order some chicken wire covers instead, so that I can kind of take these white covers off, simply because earlier today when I was out here I found mold in my star biddies, and I didn't like that. Even though I did my research and it says that the mold is not harmful, I didn't like it. So I didn't want any danger to come. The soil is still very wet from that really massive rain that we had, and then of course I find that because I'm having to water the blueberries a lot more frequently because it's still in the pot, I was kind of being lazy and just watering the whole bed, and so that really soaked the dirt. So I was able to just open this up and allow the sun today to kind of just dry this out a little bit, right? I've got a lot of flowers on here, so hopefully all those flowers will turn into bluebirdies. And then my tomato. So what I did today is I planted an onion. So I've been unable to find scallion. So what I did with my research found that I was able to take the cut off bottom of an onion, which Mr. Adams used an onion yesterday. So I was able to take that, plant the root side in the dirt, leave it open. In about 1 or 2 weeks it will sprout, and I will be able to gently pull that out and separate, so that if I want to have 2 onions in here, I can. Remember, this is our companion garden. Both of these are, but this onion is going to help the tomato. I also took those eggshells that I showed you earlier, crushed them up, and I sprinkled them through, broke the dirt up a little bit, sprinkled them underneath, and then put those under the dirt. That is going to help also with the nutrients for the tomato. I also found that I can take those eggshells, I can clean them, I can crush them, put them in water, and let that sit for 24 to 48 hours and make a little tea, and I can use that as water for the tomato. That is going to help that tomato get nice and strong. So finding out a few things. This foil that you see here, that is to keep Mary Lou away. Because even though I talked to my dad and he said, oh, she's not going to come bother that. She ain't going to eat the plants. They're just pesky. But I didn't want to take no chances. So shiny moving things kind of deters them. So what I had on hand was tin foil. So I decided to use that and see how long I could keep her at bay today. Mint is doing well. Got a little visitor there. So I have seen quite a lot of activity out here today from the flying creatures, and some have been pollinating here. And I do kind of want to get that mesh, because I do want to allow them to go in there and do what they need to do to help. I don't know if this is a weed, but I'm going to pull it. Yeah, it looked like a weed. Oh, no. Oh, well. It's gone now. I want to, have, it'll have holes enough that will allow the pollinators to come in and do what they need to do without big creatures coming in and eating everything up. Got a couple more tomatoes in here that are turning, but unlike the other ones I pulled the other day, I'm going to let those get a little bit more ripe. Hopefully my chicken wire beds, I just ordered them today, so hopefully they will be here the 16th. What's that? One day next week. So hopefully it says they've shipped, so hopefully they will be here early next week. Until then, I will keep the coverings on them, so I'll uncover them during the day, and then at nighttime I will come back out, zip them up, and recover, so they can get their light and their pollination during the daytime, and at nighttime they can go to sleep. Okay, and it looks like the soil has dried out a little. Oh yeah, it has dried out a little since I was out here earlier. Some of the eggshell. So the sun has done its job today, and hopefully we'll be able to get started on the Porch Chronicles tomorrow. Again, I am going to change this fountain out, and I'm just going to make it all water. So I'm going to move this and add the alyssum in here with the creeping Jenny, and I'm going to put that over in the rock garden, and then I'm just going to have another bucket here with some rocks in the bottom, the water, so this fountain will continue. Because if I go on, if I leave for a weekend or something like that, I don't want this to dry out, and I don't want the water to sit in here and be stagnant, because we don't want to attract the mosquitoes. So I'm trying to make sure that this is a proper pollinator garden and that there is no stagnant water. We're not getting mosquito larvae and all of those kinds of things out here. And then I still have to get the alyssum for this bed here. So that's what's going to go in here. It's going to be all white flower. So, yep. This is the view from the yard in this afternoon. Did a little bit of planting today with the onion and getting that mold out of the strawberry bed, and hopefully we won't see that again. But if we do, and if you should ever see like the white fuzzy mold, it does not harm the strawberries at all. It says all you have to do is just kind of break up the dirt around it and let it go. Also, the eggshell that I put into the tomato bed, I did not put any in the strawberry blueberry bed, because it's not beneficial to them. It's not even beneficial. The egg water is not beneficial to them. It's only going to be beneficial to actually just your tomato. It says you can sprinkle a little bit in the basil and in the parsley, but it's really there for the nourishment of the tomato. So if you do the water, you can start out with the shell, crush it up a little bit fine like sand, and sprinkle it in, but just make sure you don't get it near the root or the stems. Near the stems of the plant. Break up the dirt, sprinkle it in, and push the dirt back over top lightly. But when you're using the water, it said every 1 to 2 weeks, water the tomato only with the egg water. So that's just another little quick tip from the garden. It's nice and peaceful out here. And I am going to head back inside, do some more research for the Porch Chronicles tomorrow, because I want to get started. So, wish me luck.